Do you have PCOS and are you trying to get pregnant? Have you been trying for years and nothing's happened? You still get dismissive advice from your doctors like, oh, just go back on birth control and everything will happen for you. Or your labs are fine, come back when you're ready to go through IVF. And that kind of advice just doesn't sit well with you because you're wondering, well, if my labs are fine, why do I still have irregular periods and why am I not pregnant yet? If that's you and you really want to get to the root cause of why you aren't pregnant yet and transform your health so that you feel healthy, so you can be set up for a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby, then this podcast is for you. Welcome to the PCOS Fertility Health Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Angela Potter. I am an integrative PCOS fertility doctor helping women like yourself to get to the root cause of what's keeping your cycles irregular, what's keeping you from not ovulating and not getting pregnant, and turning those around so that you can have optimal fertility. If you're a new listener, welcome. I am really excited that you're here. You are joining in a 3-part series all about detox and fertility. So if this is your first episode, be sure to go back and listen to the first 2 episodes from last week and the week before. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while now, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here today. If you want to support this podcast, you can leave a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts, or join me over on Instagram at Dr. Angela Potter, or simply share this podcast with your friends. Let's talk about detox. Now, week 1 of detox, which was 2 weeks ago now, we talked about what is detox. We talked about the benefits of detox for fertility. We talked about some symptoms that tend to go away. And last week in week 2, we talked about the different types of detox and the different lengths of detox, what you can be doing if you're willing to give your body 6 months to really work on optimizing your health before trying to conceive, or if you have a shorter timeline where you're really like, I can't put that time aside, but I still want to be supporting this detox in my body. This week, we are talking about some red flags for detox and certain reasons why you shouldn't choose a detox. Your body has 2 different phases of that detox system. We call it phase 1 and phase 2. Very fancy names there. But both of those phases need to be supported when you are supporting that detox process in the body. Phase 1 of the detox system is when toxins that are sitting inside your cells are getting mobilized to come out of the cells. That means they're coming out of the cell, but they're still inside your body. They're coming out into the bloodstream. Phase 2 of the detox system is when those toxins are flushed out of the body, and you can say goodbye to those. Here's why this is important for you to know when it comes to detox, is because you could activate your phase 1 detox system by getting those toxins out of your cells and not be activating your phase 2 system. That is a pretty dangerous place to be, particularly when you're trying to conceive, because that means that you are mobilizing toxins out of your cells, and then they are sitting in your body going through your bloodstream, and they aren't leaving the body. So that is actually a worse place to be than having them sitting inside the cells. If you're mobilizing these toxins and getting them out of the cells and yet not properly supporting phase 2 to get them out of the body, then that can lead to more fatigue, sluggishness, headaches, digestive issues, worsening with your fertility and your cycles. You do not want to be doing a detox that's pushing that phase 1 detox pathway and doesn't have any part of phase 2. Now, here's the thing. It's tricky because you don't see on the grocery store shelves or the health food store shelves phase 1 and phase 2 detox. Okay, these aren't usually detox products are not labeled like that. Big red flag for detoxes is if you were to just walk into a store and see the latest detox products grab one off of the shelf and start a detox on your own. Because just grabbing a random detox product from the grocery store or a supplement store and starting one at your house, you don't know if you're supporting phase 1 or phase 2. Are you only supporting phase 1 and just getting toxins out of the cells, and yet you don't have any support for phase 2? Or are you just supporting phase 2? You're just supporting the body to get toxins out, but you haven't actually moved them out of the cells. It's basically kind of a null detox because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's the number one red flag to watch out for with a detox is just going into something on your own, choosing a supplement that is not recommended by a healthcare practitioner who is trained in doing detoxes and who understands the phase 1 and phase 2 detox systems. Another red flag for a fertility detox is when you are in that place where you're like, I need to have my baby this cycle. Maybe you're even going forward with a medicated cycle. Maybe you're going forward with your egg retrieval for IVF. Or you just can't have that mindset of waiting, putting aside trying to conceive for 6 months while you do a detox. There are a wide variety of reasons why you would make those decisions for your body. Now, this podcast is not meant to say, well, you should make one decision or the other. No, this is about giving you information and then you're able to fit it into your needs. If you are trying to actively conceive or go through a medicated cycle right now, you do not want to be doing a heavy load detox while you are actively trying to conceive. You need to do a detox and then give your body a few months. It's recommended 6 months at the least to be able to let the body to really assimilate the nutrients that you've given it during the detox, to continue that clearing process of the toxins, and to support your eggs, because when we're dumping so many toxins out of the body, we don't want that impacting egg quality. And we know that egg quality basically turns over every 3 months. So we want to give your eggs some time to be able to be flooded with those nutrients. A detox can be really powerful for fertility, but there are some things that are important to watch out for. This is not like just hearing about a CoQ10 supplement in a Facebook group and trying that because you want to see if that can help your fertility. There aren't a lot of side effects from a CoQ10 supplement or from a variety of other supplements. Even though I don't recommend that, I do recommend talking with a healthcare practitioner because certain supplements can interact with medications. But there's a lower safety profile in just trying out a new nutrient supplement than there is to doing a full-blown detox when you're trying to conceive. So, yes, there are benefits, but yes, you need to be working with a qualified healthcare practitioner or somebody who has been trained in the detox process, who understands phase 1 and phase 2 detox systems and understands how this works in the bigger fertility picture. Because your goal is to get pregnant, right? You see pregnancy in your future. But right now, you're worried if you were to get pregnant because your cycles are still all over the place. In fact, you haven't had a cycle in the past 4 months. You've also been fighting a cold for the past 6 weeks and it just lingers. It will not go away. And you're worried that if you were to get pregnant, because you really want to be healthy, you want to set your body up to feel healthy in your body, but also to have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. So if that's you and you can see more long-term your pregnancy goals, then a detox can fit in really powerfully to your fertility plan. But it needs to be set up by a healthcare practitioner who can talk to you about your specific fertility needs and what can be most helpful. If you are in that other space where you're like, no, I need to have a baby now, I am moving forward with medicated cycle, or we are actively trying to conceive every month, then you want to be more mindful about not going on a more heavy detox right now. You do not want to be just going into a grocery store and grabbing some detox supplements off of the shelves or choosing a random detox from somebody on the internet thinking it could be beneficial. You need to work with your doctor or a healthcare practitioner who has been trained in this, who can set you up for the best detox to support where you are in your fertility journey right now, and who can help see those goals that you have and set up, okay, this is the timeline to be supporting your body for a detox for your PCOS and for your fertility. And this is the path forward, and helping you with a detox. And then when you come off of that detox, helping you with a plan, like continuing to talk with you about fertility nutrition that's specific to your goals and specific to PCOS. So then you can continually be setting up your health for having a baby in the future. If you need help with this, if you really feel like you could use a detox, but you're not sure which type, and now after this episode, you're like, oh, I don't want to just go pick something out at the grocery store, and you need help figuring out what's specific to your PCOS and your fertility needs, then you can reach out to me. You book a free PCOS Fertility Breakthrough Session. That's where you and I will talk on the phone about your specific situation, what's been going on over these past few years for you trying to get pregnant. And we'll talk about, okay, is a detox beneficial for your fertility journey based on where you're at, what your symptoms are showing in your body, and what your timeline is to pregnancy. So you can sign up for one of those at drangelapotter.com/PCOS. As we wrap up here today, I want to remind you that the information on this podcast is just that. It's information. And the only way to get my advice on your specific fertility needs is to sign up at that free PCOS Fertility Breakthrough Session. If nobody else has told you this today, I want to be the one to tell you that I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to figure out the root cause of what's keeping you stuck and turn that around so that you have the very best chance at getting pregnant with PCOS. I'll see you right back here next Wednesday.